This is Fletcher Jacobs. He's the statewide volunteer coordinator for Colorado Parks and Wildlife.
So I have an amazing job where I get to work with volunteers who want to come to our agency and help us out, help us achieve our mission, and whether that be helping us take care of the wildlife resources of the state, work at a state park like we're doing today, or help in a variety of other ways through environmental education, hunter education, help us achieve our mission.
We wanted to know what it was like to be a volunteer, so we found some and asked.
Hi, I'm Genzo. I'm a retired science teacher and a volunteer with Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Today we are here to release some black-footed ferrets. This is such a great opportunity. This is an animal that was thought to be extinct, and here we are today releasing some to the wild. Who would have thought it? It's fascinating.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife isn't funded by tax dollars. We get our funding from hunting and fishing license dollars, park passes, camping fees, registrations for things like boats and four-wheelers, federal and state grants, a big giant chunk from the lottery from Great Outdoors Colorado, sales, donations, things like that, and severance tax.
Do volunteers get free pie?
Nope. Since CPW is tied to being funded from these sources and doesn't rely on general tax dollars, you can see why volunteers are really important to us. In 2016, Colorado Parks and Wildlife had 6,000 individuals volunteer with us. That's the equivalent of 150 staff members working full-time. These hard-working volunteers saved CPW $7.1 million.
And what's really impressive, I think, about our program is in 2012, we took a look on the amount of money we spend on our volunteer program, and roughly every dollar that we invested in the program, we saw a $12 return on that investment, which, of course, if you could do that, you could retire in the stock market. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Volunteers are absolutely essential. It's hard to put into words how valuable they are, but I'll try. They're the ones who are dedicating their time, money, and energy to basically conserve species out here in the landscape. And for our agency, we rely on them tremendously. They're part of that hardworking core that goes out and tromps through this rattlesnake-infested grassland sometimes, and they're very, very passionate.
But why would anyone spend so much of their own time doing all this? To find out, we talked to Eric Ma.
I volunteer for the Soul Family Nature Night program, and I am on the wildlife transport team. I love working with the Family Nature Night because life can be hard, work can be stressful, but when you come here and you see the kids having fun as if, they're not told to do something, they want to do something, everything seems like an activity to them, it brightens up your day. It hits me right in the heart, pretty much no matter what I do, but it's all different. So whether it's children, whether it's being out in the nature or working with animals, I love it all the same.
And then there's Genzo. Remember her?
I get to work with some of the best biologists in the state of Colorado, probably in the whole mountain state region. They are wonderful, enthusiastic young people, and it's just fun to be with them. And I keep learning. I feel blessed to work with these people. They're wonderful.
What makes them so wonderful?
Their enthusiasm, their passion for their job. And that's evident. I don't care if you talk to the newest worker or you talk to a seasoned worker who's got 35 years on the job. They are passionate about their jobs. And they'll wear off your ears with their stories, but they're so fascinating. They're great people to be with. I have never worked with any group of people that has been better.
CPW works with volunteers of all ages.
I'm Steve Austin. I'm a crew leader with the Volunteers for Outdoor Colorado, and we're here building a new trail above an old social trail that the fishermen used to fish in the lake, but it was so low and next to the water it got muddy and it wasn't a good trail.
My name is Haley Rogers. I'm 12, almost 13. I help at the front desk and feed the animals. The volunteers and staff here at Fire Lake are very kind. When I came here, they were really nice and they didn't care if I messed up on anything. They work very hard. They're here a lot and they love to help Fire Lake.
And abilities. Teens come and volunteer with us in groups.
and just seeing these kids really change from wanting to check their cell phones every couple minutes to by the end of the weekend, they were just blown away by how much work they did. We're just completely off of technology, and it was pretty neat seeing in that short amount of time just how being outdoors and getting that sense of helping out, really made a difference. And that's probably my favorite thing, is being able to work with kids in the outdoors and really instill that sense of confidence in them.
And we love partnering with other organizations. So you see, there are tons of ways to get involved, and it turns out it's super easy to sign up. You can use the internet, or you can call us. You might even reach Kelsey. Hi, Kelsey. Did we mention that volunteering is a great way to get your foot in the door before applying with CPW for a part or a full-time job?
We're pretty lucky to be in charge of all these amazing state parks, all these different amazing outdoor recreation opportunities, as well as, of course, managing all the wildlife in the state. I'm sure somewhere in there we've got something that might be a good fit, so please check out our website and give us a call if you have any questions. We hope to see you out volunteering with us soon.
So if you're looking for something fun and rewarding to do that has a lasting impact on conservation in this great state of Colorado, it doesn't matter if you have only a few hours a year or 40 hours a week. If you believe what we believe, that Colorado's parks and wildlife are worth our time and effort to conserve, come join us.
They're donating their time and their money and their energy that they could be doing 100 other things. But for them to be part of this project and part of our agency all across the state, I can't thank them enough. And it's truly allows us to accomplish our mission. We couldn't do it without them, and I really want to thank them a lot.